First question's from Kirsten Watson. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave. David Price will be getting out there to get some reps. What are you looking forward to just seeing from him today?
I just looking for him to pound the strike zone, throw strikes, quality strikes. It's been a while since he's faced somebody in another uniform, so I know he's looking forward to it. Not really trying to put too much emphasis on this outing, but just wanting to get out there and have somewhat of a clean inning.
Thank you.
You got it.
Next question's from Mike DiGiovanna. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave. Just following up on that story in The Athletic this morning about the email you sent to the organization regarding hate crimes toward Asian Americans. Was that triggered by a specific event or just a general feeling you had that you felt needed to be addressed?
Well, I just think that there's a lot of things going on in and outside of our country towards Asians and racist bullying acts. And I just felt that it hit obviously close to home for me. And I just felt that I wanted to address it internally and show my support for the Asian Americans in our organization. First off, and just kind of, we're all aware of it and just kind of, just something that was on my heart that I felt needed to be shared.
What was the response like?
It was received the way it was intended, in a sense of, what's going on is not right. Treating anyone, any race that way. And so I just think a lot of people felt heard and supported, and their voice was kind of heard. And that was really important to me.
Thanks, Dave.
Next question's from Dave Assay. Go ahead, Dave.
Dave, you mentioned just an inning for Price. Is that accurate? You're just going to have one inning from him today?
Yeah, it'll be an inning, and then, expect that to go well. And he should go 2 innings the next time he gets out there.
Should we be reading anything into him not starting today and just pitching 1 inning and Jimmy Nelson starting again tomorrow? Is there any question about whether or not he would be in your opening rotation?
No, I think right now, Dave, I still think that we have plenty of time to build these guys up. And the goal isn't to get, any particular starter to 100 pitches. There's really no set number. Like I said from the very beginning, we have 7, 8 starters, potentially deep. And we're going to build those guys up, and whatever that looks like. And they all might be a little bit different, but we still see them from that same lens.
And just to follow up on something you mentioned yesterday when you were asked about Joe Kelly, you said he was a ways away. Does that mean he won't be ready for the start of the season? Or maybe you could be a little bit more specific about it, as much as you can be?
Yeah, I don't want to say that he won't be ready for the start of the season. I don't want to say that he will. Right now, it's kind of day to day with his throwing program. And we still have to see it, in major league games before we can give the green light. And I think that's what Joe would expect as well. So that's why I just think that right now, where his throwing program is at, when he gets into a game, things have been pushed back, but I just don't want to put any restrictions or expectations right now as far as breaking camp with us.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next question's from Bill Plunkett. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, more on David Price again, Dave. Is it your expectation that he will be built up and ready to be a season opening rotation option, or will he need a little longer because of his downtime?
I just think that, whether you're starting or coming out of the pen, the buildup is important. But what the buildup looks like, there's no certain number that warrants somebody starting a major league game. So I think that, yeah, I understand that David's not built up like Walker is, but that doesn't mean he can't start a major league game for us. So I think the whole goal right now is to start with 1, then to get to 2, then to get to 3. And, when we get to that point, we'll see where we're at, on the calendar.
Could you envision him pitching out of the bullpen for you?
I can pitch him. I can see him pitching in any role that we have for him. And David being the pro and the teammate that he is, also voiced that whatever role that we see is best for the Dodgers in 2021, that's what he wants to do. So that's just a credit to him. But our job still is to build him up, for whatever potentially could happen and continue to give us some options.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
Got time for one more. Go ahead, Eric.
Dave, you got Andy Romero and James Pazos going today. I was just wondering about your bullpen, and Victor Gonzalez is in there as a lefty. How are the lefties doing for you in camp so far?
Yeah, I think that Alexander's been pretty good. I think that he was pretty good this last turn, but not great. But I thought Scotty's been throwing the baseball really well, been very consistent. He's very healthy. I thought Clev yesterday showed really well with velocity, spin. I think that you're going to see better from James than we saw the other day at Surprise. And I think Andy, there's a lot of upside. I really like Andy a lot. So I think we got a lot of great options. And certainly Victor's sort of establishing himself as a real guy in the pen.
I guess it sort of depends with the how many starters end up in the bullpen, but do you see like on your roster, like having more than one lefty available in relief?
I do. You always want to go with the best options, regardless of handedness. But I do think that having another lefty alongside Victor is very likely.